Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary alike. It's episode 144 of Put a Line Through It. And again, another devastating weekend. Tone couldn't pull us through. The saviour, our Lord, our Master, the sun that we all revolve around. I took 4 minutes out of my day today to make a solar system, and Tone was the sun. That's how good he was.
Like
last week, Tone, no good?
No good. Pulled up. Shocking, terrible ride.
Right.
Absolutely no good.
And as we welcome the great man himself, the conductor, as Noe's coined, but we coined that a long time ago, Noe.
We did.
Marto's, he's having difficulty breathing because he's been fighting a dog, the neighbour's dog. He's beautiful, purebred golden retriever. He's 4 years old and ready to mingle.
Oh, she's a red hot bitch too. Any dog would want to get to her.
Yeah, how you going? You're
What's
right,
her? I'm all right, mate. I'm good. I'm back down to earth now.
Oh, what's her name, Marto? Seriously,
Misty.
Oh,
nice.
Misty. I reckon Tone used to
blonde Labrador
frequent a couple of visitors there in the mountains in Tassie called Misty.
Mountains.
You know, Tone's favourite athlete with the Olympic Games, she was a Canadian swimmer. Do you know what her name was?
Oh,
Misty Hyman.
Oh, dear me.
Yeah. That was
she broke. Did she break down?
Yeah, it was easily broken, Tone said. But that's a fair dinkum. Google that, young people. Misty Hyman, Canadian swimmer, beautiful. And we welcome the great man himself. Here he is, Tassie. We've all been waiting for him the whole day.
Tassie!
Because I tell you
Sorry,
what,
people.
This might be Tantaween, Marto. It might be Tantaween. There might be two suns in Pezza's solar system.
No, it's not.
It never ends. It's never nightfall.
Tone is the sun and I'm only the moon.
Oh.
But look, to be fair, I've got my top on, the Tony and Marto appreciation top.
Oh.
Pezza, I can't turn around because at the back it says asshole.
Yeah,
and that's for you.
With an arrow. With an arrow.
With an arrow. Yep.
Mr. B, you're the B in Brill cream, and you've got plenty of fucking of it. Sleazy Greeks, mate.
What do you reckon?
Brill cream.
What do you reckon? Do you like how do you reckon the mo's going? I might have to shave next week to get it all right.
You had a bicycle like that once, yeah.
Talking about handlebars, Tone. Talking about handlebars.
Drag stuff.
If Tone, you reckon Taz has got a tramp stamp? You reckon he's got a tattoo just above his lower back?
The old triangle above the bum crack?
Yeah,
no, I haven't. I've got a mouse on my shoulder blade, though.
Oh, I bet you have.
No, seriously, I have.
Why would you have a mouse on your shoulder? That just seems...
When my daughter was very young, we used to call her Mouse.
Mouse?
That was her nickname. So when I was overseas in Greece, my stepsister's a tattooist over there. Huh? So just decided to get a free tat.
And she told you it was a mouse. You should see what it really is.
No, it's a mouse. It's a good one. It's nice.
A free tat, Tone. That sounds a bit like Taz, doesn't it?
It does. Free.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Everywhere I paid for it, but his daughter, he wouldn't have paid for his daughter's. What is it, like Tom and Jerry or something, is it?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just a mouse. I mean, I'll show you this if you want, but it means I've got to take my top off and I don't want to. I mean, I've got my bra on underneath.
Some subscribers if you like.
Do you reckon? Yeah. I'm waiting to go back on holidays to get one for my son. Try and get another free one.
The Greek way, I love it. Yeah, talking about the Greek way, last week we were all taking up the arse, Tone. Tony B was Tony, wasn't, but it wasn't a bad run, Tone. Next up.
Nah, not following anymore. That's it. I'll move on now. I'll just so everybody can get on next start because I let the old coal crusher go past, didn't I? And
you let coal crusher in it.
Ran like wine stealer with a gut full of bloody gin.
Coal crusher crushed.
Absolutely, it did.
Yeah,
to the front, never look back.
Yeah.
I
thought Tony B wasn't a bad run. We just need another couple hundred meters to get there.
Not disgraced. Not at all.
Ran on well.
It was a B.
A B, that's it. Yes, Tony B.
It wasn't an A.
Trev Stratton, the great man, tipped the winner, of course, in his leg of the Quaddie. Pez and Tone and Tassie couldn't find one, but Jenny Lala, I tell you what, she's got to be a pretty good little horse. She puts herself in the race. She reminds me a little bit of Mimi's Award, if we know the horse, which is in a big race this week. in Morpheville in the Queen Stakes. She just puts herself in the right position. She saw it always one time, but I think once she gets the conditions right, she'll be all right, Jenny Lala. And thanks to Trev Stratton, he got us a bit of the trifecta as well, because he had the winner in the other Mar Eustace horse. Geez, that's happening a lot, isn't it, these days, isn't it? You just pick the wrong Mar Eustace.
Yeah, it does happen. But when you've got 2 or 3, you've got to find them. It's a bit like Wallace, same sort of thing when he's got 2 or 3.
Yeah.
The bigger stables, I mean, it happens, doesn't it?
Tone was listening to the Port Adelaide Cup on the weekend because he's a big fan of the Cups like Marto. We didn't hear a lot of Vermeil, mate.
No, the reason that you didn't hear a lot of it is the problem that we have with the pronunciation. So the ownership got together and said, listen, if you're not going to pronounce this right, then we're not going to give it a fair crack. Okay. So it went like a terrible horse. The beauty of it, for those that have followed the show for ages, we know Hustler War is one of our
Barney Pezza.
And we talked it up privately. We did talk it up, didn't we?
We were 3 years ago. Me and Barney ready to retire on the Maldives.
And I tell you what, it was a good run.
To the Melbourne Cup, because it was once Melbourne Cup favourite. It was doing the surprise baby, the Adelaide Cup and the Melbourne Cup. And unfortunately, it went a miss, but geez, it won like a really good thing last week at around 21 skins. And the best thing about it was Barney had nothing on it because he was at work. He was crying.
Well, it was pretty disappointing for me anyway.
Happy. There are silver linings, Tone.
Oh, yes. The richest man in Queensland, like he just topped up.
He's left money on the table.
We better shout out Greg and Roz. Barney's beautiful mother and father are up. So Barney would not be paying for anything. A bit like Taz and his tattoos. Barney be living the good life at the moment. I tell you what, he's not looking for the salt and vinegar chips on sale at the moment. I tell you that, Tony.
I don't know whether he's got a bit of New Zealander on him or not, Barney, because he tends to squeak when he walks, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he's that tight.
Jason,
I
don't believe a word they're saying about you, Jason. I'm sure, I'm positive that you're buying the McCain's noodles, not the no-name 2-minute noodles. I've never, ever thought that you're a tight ass. Never. So I don't know what these boys are on about. I remember you as a gentleman, a scholar,
I think we've
and a shit Geelong supporter, but that's okay. Yeah. Sorry, Jace.
Lavish Empire really didn't lavish.
He doesn't even have a bloody kitchen. He doesn't cook. Barney cook. God.
Now, Tone, Taz, something about Marto. He tips one for Pumpkins and whatever in his UK subs. He's all happy days. And for the Ponty Familiar, he's just shit house.
I know how to kill a good thing over here.
Worst run of its career again, Marto. So I've come up with an acronym. Marto.
Yeah, I see it. Roik.
Bang.
Roik.
Worst run of its career.
Yes. Well, I can't argue with it. She lavished us with nothing.
It was sort of there, wasn't it? But then it wasn't.
Yeah, look, I mean, Marto
wasn't there when it counted.
No, you've done really well because you are helping people. Like now, these days, what people are doing, it's like, well, they put a line through Pezzas, they put a line through Tones, they put a line through mine. No, they do, and they put a line through mine. Now, what they do though is the first thing they do is put a line through yours. Yours is the first one.
They must yours is the first one. Money on their Quaddie tips.
Gee, put a line through Tones. You're playing with fire at the moment.
No, it depends. If Tones is over 15-1, then they keep it. But when Tone tips $1.85 favourites, like what was that really good sprinter called? Tone. Do you remember that one?
I don't know. I think Tone had a tip once. It was black caviar. I think he was trying to tell everyone to keep it under your hat.
he would have been on I Am Caviar as well early in the week. I think that was $1.08.
Yes. I didn't say that, but I knew you'd be on.
Then Marto had one that you had to keep under your hat a bit too. It was called Winks. He says, keep that.
Christ. Yes, anything $1.20 was value, wasn't it?
Number 12, Demarque. A beautiful
Denmark,
French sounding
we
name.
got little bit of French. Oh, oui, poo.
Ooh, you're wearing the
gee
borders.
whiz.
Wearing the border too. You're wearing the Parisian top.
Oh.
Something like that. I don't know. That
Where's
was
your
just,
beret? Put your beret
okay,
on, Marto.
It's got red, green, and white on too this weekend, wearing the silks. But look, he's got really, really good French form before he came out here.
Oh.
And Waller, this is a Waller horse. He's picked it up and said, let me bring him out here and I'll run him around the Aussie tracks. Bendigo, forget that one. It was just a run around. He says, get on the track, son, and see how you go.
Right.
Hawkesbury, 1800 is a bit sharp because this is a 22 to 2400 meter horse.
Yes.
1800 is a bit sharp for him. He couldn't go when they sprinted, but as Sportsbet says in the comments, his last 50 meters was very nice. He really started to wind up there. So here we're getting out to much closer to 2200. We're at 2100. I like him. One pace stayers that finish well means they're going to stay all day. 2100, a little bit better suited in the conditions as the track is drying out. And nice benchmark 78. I think he's well above that. So I love this price. I jumped on at the 23 on Monday when he opened up.
23. What are your deductions down to now?
I'm getting 30% deductions now. So I'm down to about 17, which means I'm still above the SP. I don't think we're going to get 850 on Saturday. I think he's probably going to be closer to somewhere around the 650 mark, maybe a little bit.
So he's on at 23.
I like them. Okay, I'm still getting 17 after deduction, so I'm happy. I'm giggling. I like this one.
Nice. What does Marto think?
Marto thinks perfect. Thank you, Marto.
Well done.
You've just jinxed it. He runs last now.
Interesting. Collett's on fire too. Collett's going all right. Don't worry about that. He's riding well.
Marto,
yes,
it's very interesting because a lot of the things that you have said makes me think about my tip because I've gone for a 2400 meter Waller stayer.
I noticed that.
And Waller's got two in this event. Now, admittedly, this is fourth up. Now, it has one at the distance. Thornton continues to ride it. I think a lot of people are going to think that Gambu is Waller's second stringer, whereas I reckon it's the one. It's got the fitness edge. It stepped up nicely over the distance. It actually showed something a couple of starts back. So this caught my attention. And it is also a benchmark 78 like your one. Yep. So I've got a gut feeling that Waller's going to win your Gosford 2100 metre race and also win my Sunshine Coast 2400 metre race.
You're running later. Yeah. I was just going to say, I actually have the 11 in my numbers. I've looked at Sunny Coast this week and the 11 pops up in my numbers as well. But it's hard to go past J-Mac on a Waller horse, isn't it? But if anything's going to upset it, it's going to be the stablemate in Gambu with 53 kilos on.
Look, I definitely think
it's that.
It's the Waller system.
It's the Waller system. The other one's stepping up in distance, though. So this has got the fitness edge. He's had 2 runs. He's had 2 runs over 2,000 already, whereas the other one is going from 1,800 up to 2,400. I don't know what it's called, Ali Baju or something. I don't know, Ali Baba or something it's called. And it's about $3. Why would you take this one?
You got anything?
No, I'm saying it's a good pick. I like it.
Yeah, no. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Tone?
Yeah, well, Waller does that, doesn't he? You have a couple, and it's how often does the longer price one win? You know, that's what he does, Yeah, so a big chance.
I think
Tassie chose
6 kilos swing.
Tassie chose the Quaddie this week. Any reason, Tess?
Just to make sure that
can you keep it to under 140 fucking words? Can you?
Yeah,
just
easy.
Dip it along a bit,
All right, do you want me to tell you why I chose where I did?
Yeah, but can you paraphrase
really
it?
Quick?
Can you
I'll keep it really
summarise it instead of
because in my leg there's in my leg.
I'm walking down the street the other day. By the way, I was walking down the street and the sun was shining, and I was walking along the coast. And
listen, the reason I did, but you've got to listen,
all right?
Because I looked at all of them and I thought I'm doing the second leg, right?
Right.
So where can I guarantee myself finding a winner?
That's what you did. Typical bloody
exactly.
Squizzy Taylor type move.
I even looked. I looked for the hardest leg for you, Tone, so that you can take the field as well.
Of course, Trevi sticks with us because this man does know a quality.
Trevi.
Trev, how good is he?
Trev.
He
Apart
is.
from his
There he is.
who he barracks for, or but
Oh, we can have a
don't
look
be
at that.
like
He's a
that.
top bloke.
Don't be like that.
Now, Tone,
Oh,
executive
he did go
producer
half the
lady
field.
here,
Well
Tone.
done.
Got 1, 2, 5, 9, and 12, big boy. I think you left one out, so I threw it
Yeah.
in.
Well, the
Which
one's
one?
scratched, so you can take that out.
What scratch?
The one has scratched today.
Fashion legend.
Yeah, it's out.
Well, that's
Oh,
the
it's
one.
out, is it?
Pezza, which one did you throw in for him? Because I
threw in
don't
the
see
one.
the one. Did you? You probably should have put the one that looks like a one.
Oh,
The 7.
oh,
Do you remember it when it was winning into
Yeah.
Woomba and then it came in behind that
Uh,
boom horse that came down to Melbourne last year?
is that
Tem-
right?
not
Is that scratched? Is it?
Incentivized, yeah.
No,
scratched.
not incentivized. There was a sprinter, a boom. It won first up last 2 weeks ago.
Wow, it is too, Tone. Sorry, mate. You knew.
He knew. He knew.
Tone knew.
He knew.
He got-
So
he
you
got
again,
mail.
Pezza. So you rule with the iron fist. It's like, hey, boys, we're going to do a quaddie. But if I don't like your selections, I'm going to throw mine
He's
in.
going to add one.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll
wow.
tell you
How
what,
do you
though.
put up with that, Tone? How do you allow him to do that to you, Tone? He
He's
just
doing
tries
a
to
GT,
control
he's
you.
doing a Donald Trump. Oh, veto
Oh,
this.
he
Veto,
can-
veto, whatever.
He tries to control you, Tone.
Oh,
Seriously.
yeah.
Press the buttons, Pezza.
He needs
Watch.
control. He needs control.
Press. He's got a
I'll tell
remote.
you
He's
what,
got a
though.
voodoo doll of you at home. Do you ever get the sore tummy, Tone? Because that's Pezza
Oh,
sticking the
absolutely.
needles into you.
All right. You've had a crack. Now, I think if Yellow Brick Road has come back half the horse it was last prep, it's going to be bloody hard to beat in this leg.
It'll only have 2 legs if it's half the horse, Tone. Marto.
Yeah, that might be all it needs to beat this field, to be honest.
2, 5, 9, and 12. You got Big Belly. Sorry, mate. I threw in the 1 because
Tone.
it's a pretty good horse.
Well, like up there in the sticks, up there in 43-degree heat with 98% humidity, I'm a bit like a pickpocket. What do you call it?
That was last week, Tone.
Pickpocket in a nudist camp. I'm somewhat disorientated, but I've thrown in Yellow Brick because it's the favourite. Spacewalker's an absolute scumbag that could win this type of race.
Right.
Bunker Hut because J-Mac's on it, and the 12 Lady Laguna. It's got a little bit of Spanish or Cuban about it with Thornton on board. That's it. There you go. And
Annabelle
I've
Nation on
idea
fire.
about Sunshine Coast. I have no idea. I've been
Tone?
there. Up Sunshine Coast. Yeah.
Why didn't you take 2 horses that are really, really synonymous with you, and that is Midnight in Tokyo and Lubrication? Because isn't that exactly what you do there in Japan?
Vaseline, Bill, from over there.
And then
Look,
down the bottom, the 15 Kiko is actually a girl's name. So maybe Tone might have been Midnight in Tokyo, lubricated, balls deep at 11 with
I
Kiko. Who
don't know.
knows?
You can't keep putting omens in all the time. Like
no.
Kiko, Midnight
No,
in
because
Tokyo, Tommy Sherry, you probably...
Now,
Marto,
Hello. Yeah, g'day.
Marto, Tassie's got the toughest leg, of course, and he's
I
got
have.
2 in it, and he's going to talk for 28 minutes.
No, I'm not. But before I do go, though, I can't believe that Tone left out one of his favourite horses that when he tipped it last time, it then went on and won about 3 out of its next 5 in that Soothsayer. Anyway, that was his leg. Do you remember that, Tone?
I did look at it.
I'll say it again. Yellow Brick is going to be very hard to bloody beat.
Yeah, I tend to agree. But anyway, my leg, simple. You can't look past Zaki. I told you that I was going for $1.75 and I did. And the reason I took the 7, is because it's my knockout chance. But if J-Mac doesn't win on Zaki, then the one J-Mac hopped off to ride Zaki should win it.
I like it.
Right.
Makes
What
sense.
about Tishu? Do you not trust her anymore?
Oh,
look, I think it won its main race. I think it's probably going to need a bit of pace. I don't know if it's going to find it. I don't know what sort of map it's going to get. It might get out the back. I don't know if it's going to be.
Stepped up a bit of pace.
I don't also know. I think a Tissue probably goes better on a wetter track, and I think it's going to dry up. The weather there, I think it's a soft 5 at the moment. The weather's forecast is, I think, low 20s, so it'll probably dry out. It might be a good track. I just
Yeah,
went
okay.
for Zaki or something else.
No, well done. That was a trick question for you, Taz. You passed with flying colours, mate.
Well done.
Thank you.
Tone.
Oh, I'd have to go with the Marto method here. The Marto method.
What's the Marto
Hey?
method?
If Zaki doesn't get the rails, it won't win.
Oh,
We've said that before, haven't we? He
You've
is
said
drawn
that
in 10.
before, yeah.
I have. He
mate,
needs
you
the
tell
rail
me
to
that
win.
there, if you're
Daylight should be second, Taz.
Well
if you're
done.
gambling
That's
on
the only thing Tone has remembered from all the shows we've recorded is I said Zaki needs the rail to win.
needs the rails to win.
Yes.
And, very good to see that Faz spoke that long about something that's paying $1.79.
I finished
Oh,
ages ago. You guys
fair,
know
I was
what's
dragging
going
you
yeah.
out.
Marto threw in a question. That means like a Dorothy Dixer. Jesus
Yeah, sorry,
Christ.
guys.
You just love
Straps,
my dulcet tones.
he hasn't gone the 2, but we've
Yeah.
thrown it in because he only had 4 in it. He had 5.
Oh, so hang on.
17.
Sorry, Pezza, who threw it in?
No, he said, I want the 2, but I
Oh.
can't have it. I'm like, mate, you can have
Oh,
it 6 in this league if you want. Because
Oh, okay.
that's
Sorry,
good.
I thought it was one of yours.
no, it's his. So
I'll tell you what, Chris
That's-
Muntz is a big bloody crook too. If he's going to steal a race, this might be it.
yeah. So he's got the 2, the Pezza 5, 13, 16, and 17. I don't know. I think he's got it again. I think he's got it again, hasn't he? But he was pretty keen on F Troop because it was an old Pezza's push about a year ago to the day. But it's a tough race. They're all first up. They're all trialled well. It's a chalky wheel race. It's a Taz race because they all run against each other every week.
You know what, Pezza? You called it.
Well, Taz has got a couple here. Oh, no, one of your ghosts is in here, Pezzy, the F Troop.
Yeah.
And Taz, Noe, Axe, right?
No, that's one of his. It is, but
Yes.
you're still missing out on what I'm saying because you boys, you called it.
Yeah, it's a chalky wheel.
Do you look at number 7? You called it.
Oh, thanks, mate. Well done.
There you go, big swinger.
Magnificent.
First up.
And then Pezza's a wanker. I don't stay at the wanker too often.
Well, Pezza, you've gone like Tone. You've gone half the field.
No,
Oh,
I didn't have the favourite in. I didn't have Rousseau with J Mac and Waller. I didn't have it in. I had 5, 7, 9, and 15. And I'm pretty keen on Mississippi Prince. I know it's drawn wide, but I think Blue Sea, our French Queenslander, I reckon he goes all right in the last leg. So I reckon I'm going to have a bit of a fair bet on number 7 myself. I think Mississippi Prince
that one I do like.
should get across, should map, and it was pretty stiff last start not to get through. So I think Mississippi Prince is my bet. Warrior Falls, Nashi again for Waller. That's got to go in. I was pretty stiff to leave out Blacklog just because it sounds like
Blacklog, it's the certainty.
and then Tone always calls me in Tassie turd. So that was But I swear to God, 4, 5, 7, 9, and 15, and I've left out probably the 11 and the 12 that can probably win it. So if I
I don't know.
7,
This is.
I
looked
I
at
like
this
the
race.
7
I
and
reckon,
15 here myself.
I reckon you've got it covered. But again, for a man like Tone, what do you think of Queensland racing? Honestly, tell me. It's corrupt. You don't like it, do you?
It's like the police force. It's the best money can buy, mate. You know, like
because
it's nearly as bad as Victoria. But Victoria's only got 2 racetracks, Turd Side and Landslide. They never have races at Moonee Valley or Flemington.
Because you know what, Tone? Tone, for a guy that hates Queensland racing, yet again, another race with another one of your favourites in Aussie Nugget.
Yeah,
I reckon we could pretty much find.
Can't have it.
For a guy who hates Queensland racing,
do.
you've got a very, very big stable up there.
That stable's dwindling away, mate. I'm not going there.
Well, that's a bit like Tone's is about as straight as Marto's neighbour's dog trying to shag his purebred retriever. Straight as that hind leg, Tone.
Absolutely.
Tone likes it. What is it? Sydney run clockwise and Melbourne run anti-clockwise and Queensland run crooked. I love it. That's the best.
No, I'm just going to stay in Marto State most of the time now. And that's,
so honestly, Tone, I've got 5 in the last league as a wanker. I reckon I could have 7 and still miss.
I reckon you're right.
Yes, it's a tough race.
Sorry, Tone, you said you are going to now stay in the Marto State. Is that right?
Yes.
So what you're telling me is you're going to become just betting on everything anytime because Marto is in a state of never stop.
I'd just like to say that Marto's going to
state of manic.
Marto's going to launch a bot, and a bot's usually like an AI type automated response to betting. But Marto doesn't need an AI or a bot. He is the
AI.
He is. He is the worm. He is the thread. It's like the Matrix with the blue and the red pill Tone. He is the Matrix.
Right.
Could you imagine if Marto slept more than 2 hours, how much more functioning he would be? I mean,
how
could
much
you imagine?
How much will be missed?
You're the best. You're the best.
Because I'm Pez and I rule with an iron fist. I was going Ascot, Ballagrano Bell in race 4 for Brady Parnham. Won by 5.5 last start with the blinkers on for the first time. Absolutely ignited. And I thought, 340, all the boys are going a bit long, so I'll go a bit. And I thought, nah, fuck it. Morphettville, race 6, number 8. Miss you, Ella. Now, boys, I think you might have missed this one, Tassie. This is a jockey wheel country. I know I'm tempting fate by moving into your cousin's sphere.
I wish I could have a good look at the field. I don't have the field. Can you bring the field up?
This is the Queen of Stakes. This is the big race over here. Cape to Joey's dual nominated in Sandown and Adelaide. All the Victorian trainers are going over to win a bit of money because I think it's a group race, of course.
Yep.
For 4-year-olds and up. And anyway, Miss Uella, Mick Price, he's bought one from America, and it's
I know
over the mile. And
it goes on synthetic.
It's had 3 jump outs on the kitty litter, and it's won its last couple. It only runs over a mile. It's really interesting. It's had 10 starts and it's only ran over the 16:24. So this is over the mile. He's jumped it out over 700. It was second last. He's jumped it out over 1200. It was 5th out of 8. And then he's won the last jump out Tone over the 1200. So going to 1600 is no shock to this horse because it's its bet distance. Jakey Tarek, we know we love him, don't we, Tone? He's a really...
Yeah, he never uses the whip, Jakey.
Loves a whip, Jake. Real strong job. And I think I've smelt one, and I know Mick Price doesn't take in the Morphettville. He's running at about 200% return of investment in the last 12 months in Morphettville. Yeah. So if Mick Price has taken one over there, they usually win. Miss Uella.
This has had 5 starts on a synthetic for 3 wins and a placing. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah. Because I think I looked at this, and that's the only reason I sort of steered away from it was the unknown. But, you know, you being the astute person that you are, doing your homework and stuff, you would have looked into it.
It had 3 jump outs on the turf, and the last
one... I didn't know that, yeah.
So, look, don't be afraid about being, like, first up over a mile for this horse because it's had the 3 jump outs. So it's sort of about 3 runs
like
in.
You said, that's what she wants.
Don't worry. She'll be fit enough.
I think for mine, I remember looking back, synthetic form tends to line up on soft tracks. Not so much heavy, but soft tracks, it tends to line up. So
I think if it's softer the better we go well.
Yeah.
Right, Marto. It enhances our chances. So they're thinking it's going to get, that might be a bit soft. It's going to get softer. But you never know.
It's definitely one to watch. It's definitely a horse to watch to see. I mean, you know, to be fair, you're probably right. It ends up winning, and it probably could win by 6.
Well, but, I just think Mimi's
you wouldn't be
Award
surprised if it finished last either, would you?
There's a lot of horses here, a bit like the Chucky Wheel. They run around with each other every week. Captain Joey's the progressive horse.
The dual nominator. Is that Shuffle Dancer in this as well?
Yeah.
Is that the race? And there's the other one that won really, really well. I think that Marto had his best bet, the favourite that's in this as well.
So I don't think it's got to beat a lot, to tell you the truth. I don't think it's got to beat like a really good horse because...
Yeah, I'm just looking through. There's some I don't know because they run around Adelaide.
At 440. So.
Exactly. Well,
something dancing. Is that She's Dancing, Marto? Is that in this race? Something dance or something? I think that was one of your best bets.
No, there's a waltz on by. Mimi's a what?
Anyway.
Yeah, let's win it, Pezza. Let's just win it.
Yeah, we like it.
Win, that's all.
God, and I tell you what, just even the place multi, if we all place this week, it's going to pay a fucking.
Oh, it's huge. We've all gone for value.
Gosford race 8, number 6, Lock
Oh,
Eagle Tone.
Welcome to New South Wales, Tony Oliver.
There we go. Yeah, don't you just love New South Wales?
Victoria,
Victoria, is just horrendous because they only have 2 tracks. You've got Queensland. Yeah, they're more bent than bloody half the rainbow mob. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that. But yeah,
You found one in the coast.
Lock Eagle, yes, finished midfield last start at Tamworth. But I jotted this down. I had got this one in my, I don't say black book, I say watch list. For some reason, I think it's been well supported. There's something about this horse. I don't know what it is, but you've got Gibbo on board. It's 17 skins at Gosford on a Saturday, coming out of one of my favourite barriers. Obviously, there's something about it.
You know, this is old man Gibbo, not young Dylan Gibbons. It's Andrew Gibbons, right?
The dad.
Yeah. Obviously,
dad.
Good.
So, I mean, 17 skins. It is a tough race. It's a really tough race. There's 2 or 3 others in there that you could easily, support. But I think value for money, I think it's worth a go.
It's interesting that both you and Marto have gone to a place where many years ago, I don't know if it's changed now, there was the highest rate of youth suicide in Australia. So I just hope that the tips that you 2 guys have offered don't contribute to that again.
Right.
So good luck, boys.
And a bit of a shout out to Ty Orchid there, mate. Hope you're going all right. With our NFL.
Great. Those Carlton supporters, they
thousands this week, Barney. Thousands if you win this week.
Barney,
if we all line up, it's just a lazy 24,000 for $1.
Buy the factory. Don't worry
it's worth
about
$1.
buying new shoes. Just buy the company, big boy. Load up.
And then we look at the footy. We go to the AFL. Now, I think a big miss again by the AFL. Geez, we'd like giving the AFL a clip. What's happening this week in NRL, Marto?
Nothing.
No, it's their fucking gather round or their
magic
round.
Their magic round. Yeah, we already had them gather round last weekend, didn't we?
No, isn't it this weekend?
Their magic round is, yes.
Yeah,
they all gather in Brisbane.
It's all in Brisbane.
Field.
And you would think that the AFL would go, geez, you'd probably play a couple of games in Sydney, wouldn't you?
Not one.
Not one. What a
Not
fucking
one.
Both teams are out of state.
Like, why wouldn't you have like a massive game? Collingwood, Sydney at the MCG on a Sunday, huge. Why wouldn't you play that at ANZ? Like, it's ridiculous.
Stadium.
Yeah, 100%, Pezza, you're right.
Yeah. I don't mind GWS being at Moonaka in Canberra, bring it New South Wales, whatever. But I don't understand how you can fixture that game at the MCG when there's no rugby league in Sydney for the weekend.
Yep.
I think they just got it wrong.
Retarded, stupid.
They just got it wrong.
They would have got 70,000 there. They would have got 70,000 at ANZ. Unbelievable. Because there's no rugby. There's no rugby league.
No, nothing.
None at all.
No one's there.
There's no good game.
People of Sydney will be starved of live sports this weekend.
They'll be driving up to Gosford to back Marto's and Tone's tip. That's what they'll be doing this week. Up on the Central Coast Highway, up over the bridge, and over they go. Nice there too. They can. What is it? Is it the Brisbane Waters? I think there you can go fishing as well.
Pezza's got Charlie Cameron for first goal tomorrow night at 10 skins. Ooh. Get on. He kicked 2 out of the last 3 first goalers. So just follow Charlie tomorrow night. Tony,
Oh, yes. Cats are home. D's are certainties. Pies just keep on winning. And the Saints, they'll do it again. Sure. Absolutely.
$2.60 jumps in. Bit of a safe bet there from Tone. Interesting to see how Adelaide go at Geelong. Because Adelaide, quite possibly, Marto, could be 7-0 if they learned how to kick.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Jesus, how many?
Could you imagine Adelaide 7-0? I know they're
But,
geez, they should have played the Pies last week. That was absolutely.
And that's exactly why, Pezza, and that's exactly why I've taken the line there, because I think they play themselves into this game with some straight kicking. I don't know if they're going to get over the top of the Cats, but I think the line's a good bet. And I think that young Isaac Rankin, probably kicks a couple of goals. I reckon he's going to get 15 possessions. If the Crows are up and about and close enough, Isaac surely gets 16 touches.
Yeah.
Sitting in the forward pocket, he goes for a run, picks up the ball. And
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then if things
turn,
aren't
go
going
for
to
goal.
plan, they can throw him onto the ball just to give him 15 plus. I think, that's me there.
Geez, I felt sorry for one player from Adelaide last week, and that was Jordan Dawson. I don't think I've ever seen a bloke try to win more, and was just let down by his stupid decisions by teammates. And must hurt your Marto to see Dawson just flying at the Crows.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like you said, no support from his teammates to get him over the line. Not enough anyway.
Poor old Benny Keys could have won that for them.
Marto, what do you got, mate?
We're going for triple goal scorers this week. We got Collingwood versus Brisbane on Friday night. We got Charlie Curnow into Charlie Cameron to both get 3 apiece.
Right.
And then Tomahawk Geelong versus Adelaide. Tomahawk gets 3. Probably kicks 5 along with what's that other big Jerry fella up the front there?
Yeah, Cameron.
They're just flying. I think they're racing each other for the Coleman right now.
Well, it's funny you talk about Big Hawk because they said he was really unfit. He didn't have a pre-season.
Oh, bullshit.
And then they were going to play the young bloke, what's his name, Sam Simpson or somebody. Like there's a young 19-year-old full forward at Geelong. And they're going to play him and then give Hawk a little mini pre-season. But then the young bloke got injured in the last game.
Yep.
So Hawk played, but Jesus Christ, he's fit now and he's flying.
He's gone.
It was like boys on men last week with Tomahawk. It was like Tone just pushing people around. It was like this little kid that had twig arms and twig legs, and Brad Scott, such a prick, wouldn't move him. So, well done, Essendon. Well done, Brad.
It's a nice bet there, Marto. I like it. You can't say no to CC into CC.
Yeah.
Just CC.
Jeez, I tell you what.
Hey,
Charlie,
how old were you when you realised that CC means corn chip?
Me.
Hey, Taz, it must be interesting now. Charlie Curnow is sort of trying to catch Ed as like who is the better brother or the more talented brother. I think.
Oh, look, 100%. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a bit like talking about Ben, isn't it? Ben Mackay, and who's the better player?
And Harry.
Is that what you're trying to say? Harry.
Fuck it. Charlie just kicked the lazy 9 against the under-17s at Western Australia last week.
Couldn't get 10. You missed 4.
Didn't want to. But I tell you what, right at the end, though, because I think Harry passed one out to him and little Durden got in front and stole it.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got about 1 minute to go, boys, and I thought I'd just leave it with Tone and just tell how up and about he is with the Tasmanian, who knows what they're going to be called, the Mappa Tassies, the Tassie Devils. Oh. They've got the 19th licence, Tone, so take us away. Take us out on that, mate. How do you feel?
Well, it'd be really interesting to see how they go, and they might have some really good players, and they'll probably be like, what's name, and GWS and lose them all to other teams down the track. But, yeah, good luck. Yeah, good to see.
Do you reckon they'll play double?
It's good to see Jack Rewalt come out today and say that his superannuation's already looked after him. Fucking hell. What a germ.
But Pezza, when they organise games, will they play double headers down there?
You need your passport. You're a Victorian.
Could you imagine that?
That's a little sick of that.
I won't let you in.
No, he loves those double-headed guys. He loves them. He really likes them.
Well, I hope that Guernsey's not green, though. I seriously don't want to see it green.
That's what they were training in. That's their training jersey. It's a dark green.
Yeah, the green with the big yellow
and red, isn't it?